Hello everyone, welcome to How To With You, the best place for your no BS crypto tutorials. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at how to flip NFTs and make some money. And make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out a lot. And let's get into it. So let's start off with the question, why do you want to flip NFTs? Well, besides the fact that there's a lot of money that you could make from it, we're very early in this space. So you may have heard the saying, early movers have an advantage. So the chances are if you're in on something early and it blows up, you're going to be reaping those benefits. So maybe you could get lucky and buy a good NFT project, and when NFTs really blow up and go mainstream, you'll make a lot of money. And just a disclaimer, a lot of NFT projects in the next few years are going to go extinct, so to say. They're all going to go to zero. They're not going to be worth anything because at the end of the day, they have no utility behind it. And only the good ones will, thin out through the herd, just like in the dot-com bubble when Amazon was, at pennies or at very cheap, and then all the stocks crashed, and then only the best ones survived, Amazon to this day, and so on. So, always put in money that you could afford to lose, because this space is not forgiving. I lost probably about like $4,000 already buying some random NFTs when I first started, getting into this space, and now they're essentially worth $0. So hopefully you guys can learn from some of my mistakes, and let's get into the video. Alrighty, so OpenSea.io is one of my favorite places to look for NFTs, and I would go over to the Explore tab right here, and I would click on trending. Go ahead and feel free to mess around with these different categories, but personally, when I'm looking for a quick flip, I like to go ahead and click on trending, because these projects are usually the ones that are starting to build hype. So ideally, you want to find projects, at the beginning of the hype and try to sell halfway when the hype is starting to slow down. And how do you find out about this so-called hype? Well, you want to just click on one of these projects and do some research about it. Go ahead and check out their Discord, check if they're gaining more followers, more traction. Definitely go ahead and check out their Twitter, because Twitter is the #1 place for crypto, NFTs, DeFi, all that. A lot of degens and whales are over there. That's the #1 place I go to for my news. And not only that, just go ahead and click on activity and just try to gauge these different types of metrics OpenSea has to offer. I would go ahead and filter this to the last 7 days, and you can kind of see right here, they kind of started to build a little bit hype around the 19th and the 20th. So if you bought in on the 19th or the 20th and either these 2 days and held till today, you could have made a decent amount of money. This is very risky, honestly. I highly advise against it, but that's just what I would do if you really want to gamble some money. Personally, the #1 tip I could give anybody who's trying to flip NFTs is try to find patterns in the overall market, identify those, and just go with your gut, honestly. For example, earlier or late last year, Facebook transitioned into Meta, and Square transitioned into Block, and that's when everyone was really freaking out about the whole metaverse thing. And I was like, man, I really need to get into some metaverse land, because this thing's a reality. These billion-dollar corporations, they're not doing all this and reallocating all these resources to rebrand themselves for no reason. So I'm following the money, and I was like, I have to own some metaverse land. So I ended up looking into a bunch of projects like Sandbox, Decentraland, Somnium Space, and that's where I ended up buying some land at. So go ahead and click on Somnium Space, and as you can see right now, the cheapest plot of land right now for their project is about 3.5 Ethereum, which is about $12,000-$13,000. And when I first bought my first small piece of land, it was around for 2.3 Ethereum, and I ended up selling it for 3.3. So I made about almost an Ethereum, $3,000. So not too bad at all. And about 2 months worth of just holding it in my wallet. And I went down this rabbit hole, of different metaverse lands and different projects. I went to Twitter, and Twitter's always a great place because you have a lot of different people always talking about different projects. I ended up finding about NFT worlds, luckily, and I ended up buying one of these too for 0.6 Ethereum. And if you look today, the floor price is 15 Ethereum. I can't believe I didn't buy more of these, and I just bought one more expensive Somnium Space land. But you live and you learn, I'm still holding mine to this day. And that's just kind of one example of a pattern and a trend that I identified very early on, and I reaped the benefits of. And another pattern or trend that you really have to look for, um, or one that I at least picked up earlier this year, was kind of just there was a kind of a push to and be more inclusive in the NFT and crypto space, because the mainstream media kind of portrayed it as a sausage fest, a bunch of finance bros and white males just trading and trading JPEGs essentially. So there was a lot of hype around projects based around women, LGBTQ, and all that good stuff. So I saw that pattern and I wanted to buy in on this project called the Womanize. I was looking at the project around like January to start, but I was really broke, so I could have got in at like point one, for like $300-$400. Now the cheapest one is probably like $1,500. So like that's just another example of finding a pattern and sticking to it. All NFT plays are going to be risky at the end of the day, but if you could find some patterns or trends to make an educated guess, that's always going to be helping you in your favor. So if you are enjoying some of these tips right now, I highly suggest you go ahead and check out our Dingle Crypto Beginner DeFi guide. We have some stuff on NFTs as well, and this is for completely free. It's going to be in the description below, so go ahead and check out that link. It's just a whole bunch of news. It's the ultimate guide. We really took a good amount of time to build this out. I really think you guys will enjoy it, so please go ahead and check that out. And let's go back to OpenSea. Alrighty, so you found some patterns, you found some trends, you did some research, and now what? Well, now once you found your NFT, I'm just going to go ahead and click on Cyberfox for an example. And now you want to go make sure and find out what the best rarities are for the NFT project. Rarities are very important when it comes to NFTs. Let's just go ahead and click on one of mine. So I own this gray boy right here, and this rarity is about 1,000, and the floor price is at 1.88. So if you have a higher rarity, out of all these 10,000 items, the higher your rarity is, the more they'll be worth. So usually the floor price is like rarity 9,000 or 10,000, so not good rarities at all. So if you are gonna buy into an NFT project, you don't want to buy the floor price. Go ahead and spend a little extra 0.1 and get a better rarity, because it could end up being and working out in your favor. Like the difference between a 10,000 rarity and a 1,000 rarity is, a 1,000 rarity could be worth double this, while 10,000 rarities is going to be worth the floor price. So you can make a lot more money. And also, when you are buying your NFT and want to flip it, go ahead and take advantage of this filter right here. Where is it? Auctions right here on auction, and this is NFTs that are expiring. I usually do low to high or ending soon, and maybe try to get a quick snipe or try to get a really low price. You don't always have to click on a buy now and buy NFT. I would just go ahead and sometimes offer on them and really try to undercut what they're trying to sell it for, because you're always trying to save some money wherever you could save some money, because gas fees are already expensive. I would do so. I would take any chance I can. So I highly suggest you to go and bid on NFTs. And to check out the rarities, I would go ahead and head over to raritysniper.com and go ahead and type in whatever you want in the search collections. Just go ahead and click on NFT worlds. Enter your NFT ID. So say it's like world 8,670. It'll show you what rank it is out of 10,000. So rank 6668. And I'm sure that this is going to be a little bit higher than the floor price, because I'm assuming that rank 9,000, like rank 10,000 is the worst rarity in the collections are at floor price. So the more valuable your NFT is within the collection, then the more it's going to be worth. So if you're already getting into buying an NFT, you might as well try to get a rare one while you're at it. So hope some of these tips were helpful, and I hope you could go ahead and flip some NFTs. If you have any questions or any projects you want me to review, let me know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, and have a great night now. Peace.